All right, y'all, we about to get into it. Another Benny Johnson reaction. Trump delivers world peace just hours after historic landslide win. Mm-hmm. As he should. As he should take his right place where he needs to be. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Y'all, we actually did it. We're about to make America great again. I know it's going to take a lot of work, and it may even take more than 4 years. You know what I'm saying? But all the mess that has been going on. With that being said, y'all, though, let's go ahead and tune into the video and we'll go ahead and chat it up. Let's get it.
I guess because I'm your nuclear deterrent. It's working. We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. There's no reason in feeling sorry for people on the left, but I gotta tell you, having been lied to for so long by the media that you trust has got to suck. Media said that Donald Trump would never be president again, that he'd be in jail at this time. They didn't tell you what we've been saying on the show all along, which was that it was going to be a Trump landslide. He'd win 7 out of 7 swing states, and that he'd win the electoral college, and that he'd win the popular vote. We were made fun of for so long for bringing those ideas to the forefront. And now, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Would you look at this?
Look.
Reality is the undefeated champion. Don't fight reality. This is reality right here. That President Trump is one of the most popular presidents in American history. There's something else that they lied to you about, lib, that Donald Trump would start World War III. In fact, Donald Trump was president for 4 years. Guess what happened? Some of the best things ever from a geopolitical conflict standpoint. People made fun of Trump for this photo. This line right here is the separation between two countries that are at war, North Korea, South Korea. This parallel is a place that has never been trod upon by an American president, of course, because we are currently at war with North Korea. Do you know this? North Korea and South Korea, they fought a war. It was a war between communism and capitalism, effectively, Western powers and Eastern powers. And the way that it worked was that there was never a peace agreement signed. There was a DMZ, a demarcation zone, that split up the two nations. And so people would stop killing each other in that zone, and the two nations would go their separate ways. But nobody ever signed peace. So these are two leaders of two nations, Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump, that are actively at war with each other. Look at this. This is how two leaders at war with each other are engaging. This is wonderful. Donald Trump, of course, steps into North Korea upon Kim Jong-un's invitation, and they have a nice little time. Haven't heard anything from Kim Jong-un, right? Like in the Biden regime.
Wow. That's crazy.
Or any of these other leaders, as the entire globe goes to hell in a handbasket. Donald Trump started 0 new wars. There have been at least 3 new wars started under Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, whoever the hell's in charge. Barack Obama, actually. But something magical happened after Donald Trump's election victory this week.
Sure did.
Countries that are at war and are bombing each other and killing each other and slaughtering each other. I like, call me a little rose. Call me a hippie. I don't care what you call me. Dude, I don't want the youth of the globe to be sent into meat grinders. I hate it that an entire generation of young men and women have been slaughtered in Ukraine. I hate that. I hate that young Russians are losing their lives and Israelis are losing their lives and people in Palestine. I hate it. I don't want war. I've made that very clear. War is expensive. War typically only benefits demonic elites that oftentimes are profiting on both sides of the slaughter. It hurts only the working class and cannon fodder, which is you and I are. So I'm telling you, I don't want war, and I don't want young people to die anywhere around the country, around the world, certainly, of course, in this country. And Joe Biden is dragging us into war. But now, upon the election of Donald Trump, peace is breaking out already. Donald Trump has like 2 months, 3 months, really, before he's the president sworn in. He's president-elect right now, but look at this.
Right.
Houthis say Trump can improve the U.S. economy, ending war in Gaza, promise to de-escalate their assaults on the globe, calling for a ceasefire, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow.
All around.
This is an Iran-backed militia group. Hamas calls for immediate end to war after Trump election win.
Crazy.
Wow, would you look at that? Senior Hamas official has called for an immediate end to Israel's war against the group in Gaza Strip, plan to achieve Palestinian statehood, and calling for peace. The election of Trump as 47th president of the United States is a private matter for Americans, says a Hamas bureau chief, but Palestinians look forward to an immediate cessation of aggression and peace in Gaza. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Donald Trump Jr. It took about 12 hours for my father's election for Hamas to call for peace.
Right.
He isn't even president yet. Donald Trump is going to be calling Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump has expressed that he wants there to be no more death and that he wants world peace in the Ukraine war. For a quick deal, an end to the war, Donald Trump will seek a swift end to the war, Vladimir Putin, in a phone call. Apparently, Donald Trump will make a phone call to Putin as quickly as possible. Tell the Russian president he needs to stop the war. Now, the Kremlin has probably been paying very close attention to this, as Donald Trump has regularly said, including in this famous interaction on CNN, that he just doesn't want any more war.
Can I just follow up on that? You
But
said
one
you
of the
don't
things
think
you
in
have
terms
to
of
do is
winning
you have
and
to get
losing.
you have
Mr.
to get
President, can I
Europe.
just follow up on that because that's a really important
Excuse me,
statement
let me
that
just
you just
follow
made
up.
there. Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to
talking
win
over
this
him.
war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll
Why
have
is that
that
so
done.
bad?
I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the presidency to do it.
But you won't say that you want Ukraine to win.
You
said
know what
when
I'll
you were
say?
in-
I'll
when you
say
were in
this.
office-
I want Europe to put up more money.
Look at this. Donald Trump has been elected president for 2 days. President-elect. Steve Madden is halting all manufacturing in China. Hamas has called for an end to the war in the Middle East. Iran-backed Houthis have announced a ceasefire. And Putin says he's willing to work towards world peace. Look at that. President Putin
Crazy,
says he takes
right?
Donald Trump's plan to end the war in Ukraine very seriously.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is crazy. Do y'all see this? 2 days. And I've been doing reactions on this, like, with Benny, like, all this peace is coming. Everybody banging out, cleaning up. Like, we ain't doing this. We finna drop this. We finna drop that. Trump. That goes to show you what type of person he really is. All these wars and everything ending before he's even in the house. Before he even in there. Now, what does that say about your name? All this time, the entire time, all this mess was going on. He gets elected to be the president again, and now everything is being clean. Clean house. Ain't that something? Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all really paying attention? Let's get it.
And Russia supports it. Houthi spokesperson, our operations on international waters were defensive, and we announce a ceasefire. Hamas calls for ceasefire. Steve Madden's earnings call Steve Madden, because of the tariffs, will now move their manufacturing to America. Less than 24 hours, Trump ended the Israel-Hamas war, got Putin to discuss peace negotiations, made liberal women go on a sex strike, got Kamala Harris to give a coherent speech, and Bitcoin at new all-time highs. Stock market is roaring. Great start. This is something that's happening. Women are, some of the worst women on earth are saying they're not going to have sex anymore. And man, I mean, listen, your choice, right? But can't say I disagree with it.
Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years in protest and protection of your bodies. As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency health care.
I personally think that if all of these men are voting to take our rights away, they don't deserve to touch a woman for the next 4 years. So, hope you thought that through, you guys.
Yeah, we have thought it through. You're two. So won't be a problem. we agree. Your terms are agreeable.
Oh my God.
Too.
I have to say is good luck getting laid. Especially in Florida. Because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan. And I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Can we get a follow-up after 4 years with these women?
Yeah. Got to tell you. There's a college right around. There's a college right here in Tampa, next to the studio, and all the women there are Trump supporters. And I think it's actually probably the opposite for white dudes for Harris. I think they'd be the ones having the problem. Now that Trump is president and can watch how the war in Russia and Ukraine, Middle East suddenly stop. It's actually been a terrible 4 years, not just for America, but globally. There will be peace and prosperity again. That's right. Just like that, the entire world wants peace. What does
Just
that tell
like that.
you?
Boom.
Just less than 24 hours, Trump's presidential win. Hamas is saying they want peace with Israel. This is what peace through strength looks like. 36 hours after the polls close, Hamas calls for peace. Houthi to ceasefire. Putin says he wants to work with Trump to end the war. The entire world wanted Trump back in the White House because he leads with common sense, respect, reasonableness, and people can trust him. That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump's been saying this for a very long time. One more here from Jake Paul. 48 hours and not even in office. Call with Putin to end the Russian war. Ceasefire in Iran. Hamas, immediate end of the war. China hopes for peaceful coexistence with America. And Kamala Harris, 4 years as VP. Nothing? Nothing? Yeah, nothing.
Come on.
Just a reminder that libs, when faced with the opportunity to get world peace, behave like this.
I believe Trump's actually going to win this thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so pissed off. God. Sorry. No. Why?
Okay, so since Trump won the election, we're cooked. Yup. I'm going to be leaving the U.S. and I'm going to be moving to Hawaii. So we'll see how it goes.
Libs are literally cutting their hair. Women are cutting their hair off.
What's that gonna do?
Shaving their heads because of world peace. This is how mentally ill. This is why. Reopen the asylums, please. Shaving your head because of world peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a embarrassment, obviously, for this movement. Kind of shows you exactly who are the adults in the room. Who are the ones that actually want a better world,
right?
For us, and who wants just power, seething, raging, vicious power. And it ain't us. We actually want world peace. In fact, we're just going to use power together.
That's all we want.
Okay?
We want to be able to breathe again, live again.
Donald Trump brought world peace. 36 hours in. It's going to be
Ain't that
glorious
something?
4 years.
It surely is, Benny.
America starting.
It's going to be amazing 4 years. And we did it. We were the ones to do it. We was the one to do it, y'all. It's going to be amazing 4 years. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. In 48 hours. Y'all see all this. Uh-oh. Trump got it. Y'all, time to clean house. Hey, stop. Hey, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that no more. Y'all come on. Take that from over there. Put that here. We ain't doing. Yes. And the meltdowns are still happening, y'all. All these different movements and stuff like that. As I said, let's get a follow up with these women that's saying, they ain't finna do nothing. Follow up with them in 4 years. Let's see how that turns out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, if you ain't watching and you don't see this, y'all know how long this was going on? They weren't finna put a stop to it, but the minute, because like I said, not just us watching, the entire world is watching, y'all. They were tuning in to this election. And as soon as they heard Trump won, look at the turnaround. Look at that quick turnaround. Everybody willing to stop. Clean up house. Clean up the mess. Throw this out. Throw that out. It lets you know that you did the right thing. When you went out there and you got out there and voted, you did the right thing. Look at the map. Everybody wants to breathe again, live again, love again, come together again, and make America great again. We all on one team. This is what we all wanted, and we all went out there to do it, no matter the color or who we are. We wanted something. We wanted our voices heard for once in a lifetime. And we did that. So y'all should feel real good about yourselves. And I know for some it was a hard a hard decision because, you know, a lot of y'all people get fought for you know, what side they choose and stuff. So it wasn't easy for a lot of y'all, and I know it, but thank you. Thank you so much. And this is coming from someone who was once upon a time a Democrat my entire life. But I wanted something more. And when I went out to researching and finding information, the stuff that I wanted lined up for me. The stuff that I didn't want, it didn't make sense to me. So I am so glad that I was able to turn it around. And I feel good about the decision that I made for myself, my country, and my family. I feel good. We did it.